the top if you can. Police! Police! Police!
Today's day of action is our first day of action, and the public can expect to see more arrests in the coming days and weeks. And I'd like to say to those that were directly involved in the disorder and violence at the Trongate that day, if you were involved, then you can fully expect the police to be at your door shortly.
There have been dawn raids on the homes of Celtic supporters yesterday and today as Police Scotland continue their investigation into the disorder that followed Celtic's title celebrations in Glasgow. And let's be absolutely clear from the beginning. If you were one of the people who attacked police officers, threw bottles, assaulted people, or deliberately went looking for trouble, then you should be held accountable. But we also need to point out that it was only a small minority of Celtic fans who ruined it for everyone else. 99% of fans behaved like grown-ups. They celebrated Celtic's success, enjoyed themselves, and went home. Now, because of a few people who apparently can't go out without causing trouble, there probably won't be another title celebration allowed at the Trongate again. And that's the frustrating part. Leave the rioting and fighting to the Rangers fans. We're better than that. But we also need to talk about the embarrassment of Police Scotland, kicking in doors for what will essentially amount to breach of the peace or anti-social behaviour charges, all while putting on a massive show for the news cameras. If this wasn't football related, would they really be carrying out dawn raids on people's homes? In other circumstances, there are other ways police can deal with people suspected of relatively minor offences. Voluntary attendance at a police station, postal or direct citation, or even making an arrest when someone answers the door willingly, or when they are spotted in public. The way Police Scotland have gone about this won't come as a shock to Scottish football fans. For decades, in my opinion, they've been happy to throw the average punter under the bus while distracting attention from a police force that, in my view, is not fit for purpose. And that brings us to the bigger question. Why aren't Glasgow City Council and Police Scotland working together to provide a safe, controlled environment where football fans can celebrate their team's success? Why is that so difficult? They're happy to throw everything at major events like the Commonwealth Games, even when there are concerns about the cost to the country and questions over how much public interest there actually is. Yet when it comes to football, they can't seem to provide a safe and controlled environment for supporters. And we're talking about the biggest sport in the country, a sport where clubs and supporters contribute huge amounts of money back into the economy through taxation and spending. Yet football fans can feel like they're being treated like animals compared to supporters at other sports. The Scottish Football Association needs to stand up for the sport and for the fans. And Police Scotland need to stop turning these operations into shows for the news stations. You'd think they'd brought a drug cartel to its knees with the way they were carrying on. There's a serious conversation to be had about disorder. There's a serious conversation to be had about holding people accountable. But there also needs to be a serious conversation about how football fans are treated. Because punishing an entire support for the actions of a tiny minority isn't the answer, and neither is turning a few arrests into a publicity stunt.